Hello, and welcome to the flip side of crypto. Today's episode will include Ethereum London hard fork, SEC Chairman Gensler news, Cardano updates, some NFT news, and of course, China news. Joining me as always, Tor Constantino. Tor, welcome.
Hey Martynas, how are you today?
I'm excited about the Ethereum hard fork launch. And could you tell the audience at home, how significant is this launch?
I think it's extremely significant. The London upgrade is one of the bigger steps towards Ethereum 2.0, and that intends to make the full switch and transition from the network from a proof of work mining position over to a proof of stake. That's significant. The London hard fork also includes two main ingredients of this upgrade. The first is limiting the amount of the Ethereum supply by burning part of the miners' fees. So that will drive up price pressure, and then also lowering the ridiculously high gas fees that we've experienced.
Yeah. The question is though, and this is a hypothetical one, you have the Ethereum killers, right? Cardano, Polkadot, Aave, the usual suspects. They've been making great strides, especially as we'll talk about Cardano, right? So the question for me is, what shall we do about Ethereum now gaining so much traction? Essentially, all the advantage which they had till now might be for naught. Everyone will simply go to the biggest player. Or is that not the case?
I think Ethereum's going to be fine, and I think that there's enough room within the space for a variety of players. It doesn't have to be one winner, in my opinion. I think one thing that we cannot underestimate is the first mover advantage that Ethereum has because of this. Its network effect is really significant. There are thousands of apps that are on that platform. And even though Cardano does have a transfer mechanism that will allow individuals to move over seamlessly, there's something about a opportunity cost, right, that will keep some of them on the Ethereum network. It's hard to get that inertia and switch it. Even if it's just a flip of a switch, some of them will stay with Ethereum because if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Beautiful words to live by. Now, as we're talking about things that need fixing, the SEC and Chairman Gensler, essentially, he's a person which makes me scratch my head quite a bit. And on one hand, Gensler is, you would think, the one person who would have an understanding about cryptocurrency. He taught a class in MIT, for Christ's sake. And now his statements that crypto should be regulated, and it's all in defense of the investor. Sure. Yeah, that's why that is, right? And my question to you, Tor, is, do you see it as an overreach by the government, or is this just some fighting in order to, at a later stage, just get some tax dollars? What's the significance of this?
So first, I think his comments at the Aspen Security Forum on Tuesday, where he called it the Wild West, the cryptocurrency space, and it leaves prices open for manipulation. Honestly, I think that what you're saying is right. He's a former MIT professor. He's taught cryptocurrency and blockchain. Of all the individuals out there, he gets it. I honestly think his statements are political posturing right now. I think he's trying to calm some of the critics that are coming out of Congress, i.e. Senator Elizabeth Warren. She's very vocal. She just sent another letter to the chairman's office saying that it needs to be a priority for him. So I think that this is his attempt to say, back off. We've got a handle on it. Give us some time. So honestly, I'm not sure it's a money grab. I think that he believes that regulation does need to be in place, but I think it's smart regulation because I do believe he gets it. So I would rather give him the benefit of the doubt at this point in time.
Yeah, it's just that infrastructure bill. it's so quick to being pushed out. I don't know if the audience at home is following this news, but it's major. The infrastructure bill has been introduced, was it Wednesday? And they're already trying to push it out as if it's a COVID relief fund. I mean, have you seen anything like this before?
No, and here's the thing. Let's just be clear. That legislation did not come out of the Securities Exchange Commission. That came out of Congress. The bill that's currently coming right now is from the U.S. Senate. So they're trying to thump this. What's trying to happen with that is Joe Biden is trying to get one win within his first year in office, so that when the midterms come up next year, he can say, look what we did. We've got infrastructure, we've got new roads, we've got new water, we've got new electrical grid working, and all of these types of things. They're trying to use it as a proof point, and they're trying to pile in a lot of other ancillary, completely unrelated types of funding and spending. But there are some lawmakers on both the Democrat and Republican side who see that it is flawed. The funding mechanisms are flawed, so they're trying to work and fix that. So it's not out the door yet. It hasn't been approved, but it's in the process right now.
Hopefully that process finishes up sooner rather than later. And it just seems taxing crypto at this very particular stage just has an off smell about it. But again, that's just a flip side. Now, in project news, Cardano has some updates, exciting ones at that. So it has launched in Japan, a full listing, and this is exciting for a couple of reasons. Could you just run them down for us, Tor?
I think you're right. They've got a triple wing. They're finally listed in Japan, which is one of the most significant financial markets on the earth. Their cFund, innovative fund, is investing in BlockSwap. $500,000, that's not too shabby. The interesting thing about that is it will allow the app, which is called Open Saver, to invest in eco-friendly cryptos and search for those. And we know that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin have had a black eye recently because of their, quote, environmental mining practices, which is FUD, but still, this is a good way to defuse that bomb. And lastly, the Celsius network plans to integrate ADA into its system later this year. All of these developments are, as you said, very exciting for Cardano. Cardano fans, they're true believers. More than 70% of all ADA coins right now are staked. So they're hodlers and they're in it for the long haul. And it looks like Charles Hoskinson and his team are building something to last. It's very positive, very exciting for the space.
Good work, Charles. It's something which cannot be said about many CEOs and founders, but this time you can really get behind the guy. I really like the way he engages the community. Although he could lay off Twitter just a tad bit, but I think he has the same problems that Sam Harris has. When he sees something inaccurate, he wants to address it. And I think that's a trait of smart people I know. And I cannot say I'm guilty of that, but I am feeling some symptoms, let's just say that. In other news, China. This might be massive, Tor. This might change the landscape if it's true, but I cannot even begin to hope. Tencent is introducing music NFTs. Could you just explain to people the magnitude of this development if it actually comes into fruition?
I am in complete agreement about this. Fingers crossed, but I'm a little confused. But at the end of the day, what the news is that tech giant Tencent is looking to release a new platform for artists to issue and sell, as you said, art, music, videos, photos. It has apparently already launched 3,000 NFTs that are available for sale now. And as you and I both know, that NFT market is seeing incredible growth in 2021, and that would help spur and drive adoption within China. But this is my problem. This is confusing to me. I don't understand how it can happen. I mean, if it's already launched, how and why has the Chinese government allowed this to happen within a crackdown? I don't understand, but like you said, it would be great news for the space if this was kind of a slow roll for China to kind of soften its posture and position.
Yeah, I'm the exact same. I've read this from Wu Blockchain broke the news on his great Twitter channel. By the way, if you want to follow someone on Twitter, Wu Blockchain, we'll leave it down in the description. they report constantly on great Chinese news come from mainland China. And I mean, Tencent is one of the biggest internet companies in China, if not the biggest. And their stance on crypto and Tencent's move, these go like water and fire, you know. But hey, it's exciting times to be alive in. And more bullish news. Google allows ads for regulated crypto market entities. I mean, this is also very, very bullish. And again, Daddy Google allowing ads. What could this do for the market, Tor?
I am in complete agreement with you on this one as well. Their new financial products and service policies have just rolled out, and they're going to allow advertising, as you said, for regulated crypto market entities such as exchanges and digital wallets. Those are going to be allowed to advertise, while ICOs, initial coin offerings and some DeFi promotions and celebrity endorsements are not. Just for a point of reference, just so the audience understands, Google ad revenue is a significant driver for that organization. Last year, it generated $147 billion for the company. And to your point, I think that this is a great move. It allows projects that are worthwhile, that deserve attention and awareness to get seen and heard, while limiting and suppressing celebrity shills, bogus offerings, and potential pump and dump scams. This is a good move.
Yeah, but why now though? I'm kind of wondering, this is all happening where one week you get Binance being clobbered. Next week you get Gensler speaking out over regulation, taxation. Then you get China FUD. Then Google is again giving, the thumbs up. I mean, it's like being a rock star's girlfriend. It is. I mean, at some point you just go, this is ridiculous. I'm glad to be a part of this market, but Tor, are you getting a bit tired of the lunacy, or is this just starting?
It's like riding a roller coaster. I like your analogy to being a rock star's girlfriend. I'm not sure what that's like, but I can understand the ups and downs and every moment you don't know what's happening next. But I think that's one of the things that are exciting about this space. And look, to be honest, I think Google sees the writing on the wall that cryptocurrencies aren't going away. Even if they do get regulated in some way, shape, or form, they've embedded themselves too much within the financial markets. Institutional investors are pouring in funds as well. I saw a survey by Fidelity, and they say that they did a survey of institutional investors. 7 out of 10 plan to make a significant investment within the cryptocurrency space over the next 5 years.
7 out of 10?
Yes. Yep.
Oh.
And listen, and for anybody who tries to say that this is a gamble or this is just a bubble, smart money doesn't chase Powerball and the lottery. The smart money goes after viable investments. And I think that this is just another proof point that Google says, hey, we'll be here ready to count the greenbacks when they start coming in.
That's a great take if I ever heard one. Comment down below. Do you know what it's like to be a rock star's girlfriend? And a serious question would be, which article, which news got you most pumped in the latest few weeks? I kind of want to know what our audience thinking about when they read the news. And if you have any questions for me and Tor, please link them down below. We read all of our comments. This is the flip side of crypto. See you in tomorrow's episode. Thank you, Tor.
Take care.